we. What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another vlog. It's been a while. We haven't been mobile in a bit. So here's a little bit of a garage update for you. Let's start with the center. Center has been down and out for a while. Everything started after the knock at the back, and then it was obviously a big rabbit hole because we were like, I was like, okay, let's do the interior, and then let's do this, let's do that, and eventually, the car's smoking a little bit, let's do the rings, and we never really got around to it. As you know, we've got a spare block by my uncle's place, so my dad and I were talking about it, and probably in the next couple of weeks we're going to do that, like a week or two, hopefully. I'm actually going to put this here so that we can get that and get that done and get that car running, because oh my word, I miss it. The Honda, about a month ago, just over a month, no, a month and a half ago, I ran a bearing. That's where the Honda's been. I ran a bearing with it, crank was floating, and yeah, that happens. Also driving a car of its age as hard as we do, these things do happen, so it's expected. If you're wondering where I've been for the past couple of months, I've just been taking some time to reflect, realize what I want in life, and just take some space on my mental health. But not going to get too deep into that. I'm just going to remind you that it is important, and sometimes you need to focus on yourself. If you haven't seen any of the updates on my Instagram and my TikTok, there you are. We are currently both out ahead on the Honda again. This belt started scoring, and I need to get the motor out because we ran a bearing. But it's also okay, I guess, because you know, God's time, not our time. So this belt was busy scoring, as I mentioned, which means it is probably going to tear again, which is not ideal. There's a lot that we've been up to. Done the headlights on the Honda. I'm falling on because I'm around in my slippers. Yeah, done the headlights. What else did I do? Oh, a new screen as well at work at Valtrio, which is also another part of the story. I no longer work there. With my resignation, I'm currently still working there, but I have another week there, and then I'm out. Going to be on my own, full-time detailing, and you know what, and butlers on the side, because I actually enjoy that. But yeah, I'm actually quite excited. It's an exciting time in my life, and you know what, you never know until you try. So yeah, also have some detailing products. Put the price list up here, so yeah, but we'll get into that in another vlog, I think. I'll explain everything, and if you're looking for updates, like more frequent updates, please check my Instagram and my TikTok. I'll leave the links down below. Okay, so the motor is currently hanging on the mount now. Everything else is loose, which is cool. And I just need to wait for Pops because we need two people. I don't have a block and tackle or anything fancy to take it out, and the block is heavy. So once that's out, I will update you guys again into the bucket tomorrow through the Marco, so you can take it to the engineers. And as the motor comes out, and Kyle says hello. Hello. The rain comes down. It's heavy, but just now you can watch there as well, you know, once the motor's gone to the engineers and stuff. Good morning.
That bearing is clean, that crank is there. But this two here is running.
So is that copper going through the bearing itself?
From the bearing itself.
So it's wearing it down?
Yes.
Okay. And then this is the one that failed?
This is the one that f***ed that.
You might have to bleep that, but it's fine. Wiggle? Currently sitting with a Dremel. I'm not going to do it edited for the file, but I'm going to bring that down over there. Like nice. Local. Hello. Pops got that ahead of me while I was busy thinking it, and I went inside to look for it and came back from the shop with some sanding and grinding stones. But yo, shout out to AD, if anything, because AD done all this that I'm busy doing with a f***ing file. It must still go to the machine shop, but yeah, sir. So I told Uncle Marco that I needed to go get new Tapet cover seals and all that stuff for the head. at Honda, because it's stuff that I just want to get like proper seals and stuff. It's stuff that's never been replaced. And it's like, wait, and he goes and it's like, here's a new Tapet cover seal, and here's new the spark plug hole seals, and here's selector shaft seal. So thank you, Uncle Marco. I appreciate it. Let's need to go find somebody for this metal pipe over here. Alrighty, it's a new day, and these aren't sitting well with me anymore. So while the block is off at the engineers and while I wait for my seals for my head to come, let's do the Tapet cover, or my other Tapet cover, and the calipers. Start prepping that. I need to go get the primer and stuff, but I had my color mixed yesterday and ooh, it looks good. It looks good. Okay, so this is what the caliper basically looks like right now. So I'm gonna strip it off these clips. Let me actually stick that on video so that you can see where these clips are supposed to be. Matt from the future, don't misplace it. Now let's just peel these off. Ooh. Yes, yes. Oh, guys, proper bruv. And this over here too. I wonder if the black and white can pick up the crystal in the paint. This is interrupting your regular scheduled programming. We're taking a break from the Honda for a bit. Not actually, I have to go fetch parts for it later. I'll take you guys with me. I know this vlog is a bit all over the place, I do apologize, but today we are busy with day 2 of full ceramic on Sean's Polo. I've done the roof. Today I just done these 2 doors and the fender, but I've done the roof, the rear 3/4 on that side, the rear 3/4 on this side, and the back, obviously because we want this to set first, and then the ceramic obviously needs 48 hours to set properly because of the weather. It's not so hot, but I mean, this is 2K paint, guys. Same as the Centris, this is just dusty, but I mean 2K paint. Look how it is shining. Are you insane? Now let's get back to it. I am just gonna strip the intake off the head quickly, and then the head is ready to get sent away for the valve stem seals, which needs to get done. Yes. Everything else is marked, so hopefully putting it back together should be simple. And as the water starts to fall from the sky, as we crack open an ice cold Monster for the boys, and off we go to go get our head seals, valve stem seals, crank seal. I need to shift. Valve stem seals, crank seal. What else? There's something else. So I ordered something else, but cam seals. Yeah, but let's go collect. Got the Tapet cover seals, crank seal, and cam seals, all for like 330. Shout out Alert Engine Parts and Oscar at Goodwood Alert. They just dropped the head and the valve stem seals off at Caliper Engine Rebuilders. There we go. That's the company name over there. They asked me how long. I was like, Friday maybe, whatever. They're like, come fetch it tomorrow. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. I'm reforming this clip because the previous one didn't have audio. But I just came back from Caliper Engine Rebuilders, as you saw in the previous clip. Like 7 minutes from where I stay. I was like, bet, I'm gonna come home and enjoy soup because colored bravo. And as I got home, they phoned me and told me, sir, your head is ready. So let's go collect it. All I asked them to do was fit the valve stem seals, and I provided them with the valve stem seals. So I can understand that it was done like pretty quickly, but like they told me a day or 2, not like 20 minutes later. So let's go do that. Also, Lee back in the vlog. I'm gonna go drop Lee installation. Show them you. So now that the head's back, I'll clean that tomorrow. But this is sticky. The butterfly for the throttle is sticky. So let's take it off and do what everybody else does with the pop-ups and clean it like a deep clean. Let's figure out how to take it off. It's easier now that it's out of the car, so might as well, eh? It's off. It was just 412s, but yo, that can make sense as to why this thing is sticky. I mean, look at the build-up. So I mean, I'll get you guys a clip now of what this is supposed to do. Also, young Easter egg, the Centris head's back. I nearly forgot to show you guys. I cleaned the intake, so looks like that now. That's a massive difference compared to what it looked like yesterday. And if you didn't guess it, we are going to be doing the calipers the same color as the Tapet cover. I don't know if I showed you guys, but this is the car we're busy with, one of the cars, and then there's the second one that we might do. So shout out Joshy. This car was filthy. I'll add a picture over here. But also top tier clientele, guys. Look at the dirt dripping off. That is absolutely insane. I'm on my way to the engineers right now because then we went to the engineers. They told us it's going to take about a week and a half, spoke to them 3 weeks later. They were like, oh, it can take up to 4 weeks because, you know, there's only one person that works on it. So we're like, cool. I was like, no problem. Gave it 4 weeks. At the end of the 4 weeks, I phoned them. And on the phone call, the guy was like, I didn't know that this block is here. Didn't know that the block is there. So after the engineers lost my block, about a month later, here we are. Motor's back in. And it's time to put on all the nice things, you know, because we've reached that point now. So we're getting the old Tapet cover off after the first startup. I'll actually throw that in after these clips. But yeah, getting the old Tapet cover off, and it's time for a color reveal on the new Tapet cover. And just remember that the calipers actually match. So here we go. So yeah, we got this started. Excuse the rust on the radiator shroud at the bottom. That is actually the next task on this car. But we got this started and it was quite exciting. It was a little bit of an energy booster after the week we've had. But after the month we've had. But yeah, after this it actually still took another week before the car was running properly. Because we ran into quite a lot of other issues. Which I'll cover in the next few clips. After all that startup and everything, there were 2 water leaks. One's on a pipe at the back that I'm going to sort out now. The brakes went to the floor and one was on the water pump side. So the water pump stopped working. Yeah, so the water pump stopped working. So here's the water pump over here. It was a bit noisy. So gonna swap this out for a new one now. I still need to go find it. But yeah, progress is progress. Car started, so now it's just the water pump, and then I think we're done. 1 month later. So we got a new water pump now over here. Shout out to Rusted Moon Midas, Devon Road. This is the old one. You can actually see starting to wear, and that is the new one. What's a moose difference? Marco and Clayton just left now. This morning and last night I had the issue that the car wasn't starting. It was swinging but not starting. So we thought it was the alarm. Done everything around there, cut all that wires, can't remember where the wires go now, so I'm gonna have to redo that. But I changed the ECU. Ezra had given me a spare ECU, so shout out Mr. Ezra, thank you for that. Mr. B20 pop-up gave me a spare ECU, put that in like a while back. I put that in now, and it was just that the injectors weren't pulsing. Now that the new ECU is in, we need to find a new wire or a power for the starter. So that's next, but I'm gonna keep assembling the belts and stuff on this side in the meantime while my dad does the wiring on the inside. Here we go. She's running. Still checking the brakes. How they work. I need to learn this clutch again. Yeah, like I said, give me about a month before the car's running again, and well, there we are, a month and a week later, so should be cool. Should be cool. I think it's just like the valve that runs from the intake to the distributor, one of those vacuum pipes, aren't sealed properly. So I think that's what I need to check next. Okay, there we go. Shout out to Pops. Our first rebuild for the most part, where we've done quite a lot of the work. Oh, she's looking good. So now next obviously means a wash, and then it's the 1,000 kilometers break-in period. So yeah, but that's gonna be the end of this vlog. It was all over the place. I'm gonna try and put it together with narration as much as possible, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.